Come through, queen. I wanna see ya. Come through, queen.
Hi, everyone. It's Dan.
And Brendan.
And this is Come Through, Queen. Wow, Brendan. We've got a stacked week, one might say. We got 4 housewife cities. It's not uncommon for us to be covering 4
Shows?
Yeah. But 4 housewives proper, you don't see that every day.
Hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah. And we've got even more going on in pre-show and bonus, namely Family Karma Season 3. We finally have our Season 3 discussion this week, which was aptly timed with, you spotting Amrit and Nicholas at the U.S. Open last week.
Yes. And
you broke the news here. Nicholas's parents and Amrit's parents were all hanging out together. We're out and about. And the TikTok that Amrit posted, I shed a tear.
Oh my God. You can't stop talking about it.
We did mainline this season like a drug, essentially.
Yeah.
So it's really all that's on my mind.
Yeah, you can see that TikTok. It's shared in our Instagram story.
Yeah. So besides that, a trailer dropped today. And a trailer for a show that will, at least the premiere episode, air on E, Bravo, Sci-Fi, USA. It's like you turn your TV on, you're going to see these like dolls.
Another club.
Bus, airplane. What show is that? A show we have reported on before, House of Villains. Which, if you remember, the heavy hitters on the show, Jax, Omarosa, Tiffany Pollard New York, Johnny Bananas, Tanisha from Bad Girls Club. So we've got big names. And, we talk about these shows on the regular, and I feel like we rarely actually commit.
The only one that I really committed to was years and years and years ago, Scared Famous.
Yeah.
That one was actually Tiffany Pollard, Eva Marcel before she was on Housewives.
Yeah.
Alaska Thunderfuck.
Yep.
Others.
Drita,
yes.
Yeah. We do a Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh, of course.
Which is like akin to this in a way.
Which I have a hunch. I'm calling it. Celebrity Big Brother will come back this winter.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we're going to see Celebrity Big Brother this winter. Winter's coming. But House of Villains, the trailer. Unsurprisingly, the star of the trailer is Tiffany New York Pollard.
Just at the end of the trailer when she fucking was going after Omarosa, what'd she call her? Like a fucking slimy Republican piece of shit. Like,
oh my God. And I think another surprise about the trailer was we're getting a lot of villain cameos.
Yeah, so blink and you miss it in the trailer, but someone lifts their mask and it's Danielle Staub.
Okay, so the video quality of the tweet I sent around was low qual.
Okay, I watched on YouTube.
Okay, yeah. So I could barely decipher who's under the mask.
Yeah, so it was Danielle Staub. We get Spencer Pratt walking into the house at some point to people going, "Who are you?"
Which is disrespectful, actually.
But I also think that might be a what's it called, a misdirect. Because he is one of the most famous reality villains of all time.
I'm sorry, half the people in this cast, I don't know who they are.
Exactly. And then rolling on into the house is one Miss Abby Lee Miller.
Super villainess herself. Which, with Spencer and Danielle, you guys could compete. It makes sense. This appears to be some sort of physical challenge. Abby Lee Miller cannot compete in that.
Yeah, but I think Spencer, Danielle, and Abby are all definitely guest stars that I doubt they come on to actually compete.
Oh yeah, I don't think they are, yeah.
Unless it's a battle on situation.
So that's why I'm saying why are we wasting Spencer and Danielle instead of saving them for a season 2?
Sure.
Unless we're just giving us a taste of what's to come.
I don't know if this will get a season 2. Though Special Forces did.
Yeah. that flop show.
Starring Tom Sandoval.
Yeah. Isn't that like, is that airing right now?
I don't know. It's like Tom Sandoval and like JoJo Siwa.
Yes, you're right. The pairing you were waiting for.
I know.
Okay, so as we mentioned, this will air on every network for the premiere, at least, on October 12th.
These shows are good fall shows because it's like you get to like cozy up with your House of Villains.
Cozy up with your House of Villains. Also, like House of Villains spooky month.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's also like Disney coded to me.
Yeah, actually, when you Google House of Villains, like there's like it's like the first thing that comes up is like House of Villains Mickey something. And it's like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, and it's like Ursula and Jafar living in a house together.
Okay, let's move from one House of Villains to the next, the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion.
So to me,
okay, we have different opinions, I think.
Okay. Boring season, but they at least woke up and tried to do something.
Okay, so
for this reunion,
to me, I think this lends credence to the reports that we were reading a week or two ago. It's like they're told there's going to be a shakeup, so now it's like Rue, pick me, Rue. We're lip syncing for our lives.
I know, but sometimes prop comedy works on me.
Okay, so I discovered tonight She News. There's actually a PDF available online.
Yeah, and she launched a Twitter account.
Which is like, it seemed to be like Pop Crave adjacent.
Yeah, second tweet was like wishing Beyonce happy birthday.
Beyonce's son's on birthday.
I love people pointing out when Pop Crave like won't use the word stuns or won't use the word beautiful. Like the chain smokers appear in a new photo.
Okay. So I'm watching this. I'm a little half up, half down, paying attention. And like Sheree's really fired up. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't recall like what was her battle during the season.
We don't need her battle during the season. We need this new era. It's her versus Candy for whatever reason.
For whatever reason.
Right now.
Yeah.
And it's good. They're throwing insults that are low level and fun, like Candy about Sheree's procedures, and I will say Sheree commenting on the greasy floors at Old Lady Gang.
Yeah, that was funny. The floors are greasy,
and it's low level, whatever.
It's just kind of nothing though. You have to give it.
I don't know. We got into stuff with like Drew later in the episode. We got critiques from Marlo on fashions.
Well, I do gotta say, great gowns, beautiful gowns.
Yes, the return of Mrs. Roper as an insult.
Yes, yeah.
The funny thing, okay, not to get away from Atlanta, but thinking back to Kelly Dodd calling Shannon Mrs. Roper, and that being so insulting, when wasn't Shannon intentionally dressed as Mrs. Roper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It felt like Kenya wasn't really in the mix too much.
I think the show is over. Say goodbye.
For Kenya.
I just think after this reunion, I was calling for maybe Candy to go.
Yeah.
But now I think like this new beef with her and Sheree is kind of fun.
I mean, Candy woke up. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
Marlo, I had fun with Marlo.
Yeah.
With the fashion critiques, of course.
Drew trying to throw a plum at Sanya.
No, at Courtney.
Oh, at Courtney.
Yeah.
And then, actually, I will say, Drew and Sanya seem to have like a little bit of camaraderie. They would like look at each other across the couch, and Sanya would be like, "Hey, fix your dress or whatever."
Oh, that's nice.
I think they have a future. But Drew throwing the plum and then Andy picking it up and eating it. He was doing comedy work too. He was banging the gongs.
I mean, I feel like it was kind of a sign that, number one, we didn't check in with the girls. You know, Andy likes to check in with the girls. Mm-hmm. He probably did, but like this is a 2-part reunion.
Right.
So we don't even have that. All we have is like him doing meditations. Mm-hmm. The minute Courtney and Manetta come out, they start lip syncing.
Yeah. What do you want people to do then? Not perform?
No.
You want people to sleep like they were sleeping all season?
Well, they should like they should come out and apologize. Like all like
Okay.
link arms and stare at the camera and be
Okay.
like, we are sorry for what we did this year.
Sure. Yes.
We did not give you the show that you deserve.
We are the world or whatever.
No, I yeah, you're making the right point. Like they have to put on a show, and at least they're doing it now. Better late than never.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm just not invested.
I got invested during this reunion just because I was having fun, and this is why I watch these shows, to have fun.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't want to complain.
You can complain.
But the problem
But
is...
you're claiming, you were saying you're half up, half down, so I don't even know if you were actually watching.
I
half
know.
of it.
I'm recovering from cooking you Labor Day foods.
Okay.
No. Okay, so then I think the other problem is the other three shows, I'm like, my mind is spinning around them.
Sure.
Plus Family Karma too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm really...
You're crying.
I'm crying like hysterically.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like compare peaches to apples.
Or plums.
Snowflakes, plums, and oranges.
Are plums supposed to be like an insult? Because I think there's a place for plums.
I love a plum.
Yeah.
The stone fruits, I mean, peaches are a stone fruit, but the stone fruits are the girls.
Yeah.
Better than like an apple.
Drew threw the first stone fruit at Stonewall.
Oh my God. That was fighting for lesbian rights.
Ooh, yeah. We're going to get into that. And then her and Ralph have been fighting on Twitter.
The girls are fighting.
Yeah.
I do think Courtney, like, while not a peach holder, it's not in her blood, she does have like a Kim G energy to her.
Yeah, of course. Like a little shit stirrer.
Like a fun little nefarious character.
Yeah. What Marlo used to be.
Yes.
And still is, to be honest.
Still is. Yeah.
Let's move to RHONY, because I can tell.
Oh. RHONY. Well, RHONY, this is what I got to say about RHONY. Nuance. What I love about RHONY is like looking at the nuance of it all. You know?
Yeah, explain.
I think it's a very quietly interesting show.
Sure, yeah.
You know
I agree.
Yeah. We don't need bombastic moments on RHONY.
And I will say, early RHONY was always had nuance.
We always said that.
Seasons 1 and 2, then seasons 5 and 6.
Oh, 5 and 6, nuance.
Until the leg was thrown.
Then that was like the end of an era.
End of nuance.
At the end of nuance, as we knew it. Until Jenna Blynes brought it back. Okay. Sai and Uba has finally returned from the dead.
Thank God.
Thank God.
She was sick for a while.
Yeah. Although it feels like all those events were like in a week.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that is like the gestation period or whatever. What is it called?
COVID number 19?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about the collabs. Sai's talking about the collabs. And I'm just like stuck on this. Like, girl, you of all people should be the least offended by this.
Yeah, and also, didn't you come onto this show because you wanted to show off your collabs?
Where are your collabs, sweetie?
Yeah, because I don't think she has them.
Do you not have the collabs?
Yeah.
Is that why you're so mad?
I mean, fucking...
Is that why you're mad, Sai?
Everyone's pining to work with Jenna Lyons. She's redoing Rockefeller Center.
Oh, wait, okay. Okay. I gotta say, Jenna, I love you. I do love you. But, and I was at Rockefeller Center actually right around when they were filming this. Because this is when the Hearsts came in town. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to see the tree, of course. And like, I'm not trying to go see the tree, but we got to show the kid the tree, of course, right? I was in Rockefeller Center probably within a week of filming this.
And I mean, Jenna brought in FAO Schwartz. She brought in the Lego store.
And I don't know. And I've been going to Rockefeller Center since the 90s. Meandering there after high school.
Fucking Kevin McAllister
right?
over here.
Meandering. And I'm not sure I'm noticing a difference, Jenna. I don't mean to be mean, but like, is there a big difference?
Well, I think she's like talking about different businesses she might, or maybe there's like, maybe she didn't say it right and there was like some area that she curated. Like a pop-up.
I gotta say, like, there's a whole, do you know about the whole underground in 30 Rock?
Of course.
But like, I don't think the girls talk about the underground.
I was under there actually recently because I had time to kill before I went to the dentist.
Oh my God.
That's where famously, can I raise my hand? Famously, one Miss Christina Aguilera went to the Starbucks underground saying that she was going to be buying people coffee, and Alex went.
Alex ran. T. Kyle ran.
Mew Mews
ran.
All the dolls.
They ran for a cup of coffee and were met with like a coffee cup with like an Xtina red lip kiss on it.
Good.
Okay, let me tell you about the Rockefeller Center underground. Back when I was living with Dave and his now wife Bessa, we would go to Pokemon tournaments in the Rockefeller Center underground.
In the food court?
Yes.
That's really sad. That is, and you were...
The three of us went and played. We were...
You were adults?
But like we were playing against the other adults. We were playing against children.
Like the cards?
The cards.
Like at the tables in the food court?
Yes. Ooh. Is that tough to hear?
It's tough. It's like mid-20s.
Yeah, mid-20s.
That's real tough.
Yeah. Dave's son is now like ready to start his card journey. I'm so jealous. It's like he's able to get back into it. You know what I mean?
It sounds like he could have gotten back into it at any time.
Oh no, of course. But
this is okay. Can we move on?
Okay, so I thank Jenna for that, really, for allowing the Pokemon tournaments.
Thank you, Jenna, for curating the Pokemon tournaments for full-blown adults.
Pokemon's from 1 to 99. Okay.
Oh, that's a new fact that I never knew about you. I mean, like I knew you were a Pokemon nerd, but I thought you did it at inside your own home.
Oh yeah. Oh well, these days it's in the home.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we go from Jenna and that one brother, brother hot.
Yeah.
To Bryn and her brother hot.
Brother hot. We're in LA.
Okay, we're in LA. Oh, God. In LA. When in LA, climb a hill. That's what they all love to do.
They're always climbing hills. It's like we do that here too. People go up to Bear Mountain, climb that hill.
Climb every mountain.
They go to Catskills, climb that hill. I climbed a hill.
I'm running up that hill.
I'm just interested in the decision with production to be one girlie's going to LA just to see her family.
Oh yeah, we're picking up cameras
for one scene.
Are we getting Evolution to help out? Maybe.
I mean, maybe Shed can just hire. You can hire production people easy. I think.
Okay, like a freelancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how a lot of it works.
Okay, so we got the brother and her. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember too much of the meat of their conversation.
She's just kind of talking about her childhood and that kind of thing.
And also being engaged 19 times.
Twice.
3 times.
3 times? What's the guy's name? Gideon Oliver?
Gideon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so someone tweeted this, and I hate on not attributing properly, but someone predicted we'll be married to Gideon by 4 seasons in if she's on the show.
Oh yeah.
Because and that makes sense to me because it's oh, not only does he love you, but he's willing to film.
Yeah. Sounds like that person had visions of Gideon.
Wait.
You know the Sufjan song?
Yeah.
That ends Call Me By Your Name.
We should close out this episode with visions of Gideon.
Oh, that makes me miss the other two.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So when Aaron brings the butternut squash soup to Jenna's tooth, I'm like, Aaron, are you a fan? Here's the thing. These women all met each other within the past 2 months.
Sure.
Right? So it was just it felt like a little fan behavior to me.
I think Erin was trying to prove that she can make food.
Oh, but interestingly enough, to the person who's not really complaining about that.
I know, but maybe Jenna would report back to the rest of the group.
And the theme of this episode is reporting back. Okay. The graphic nature of the tooth journey, it was giving nip tuck. It was giving Grey's Anatomy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I was like, I don't need to see all this.
I know.
Although, like, it actually, by seeing it, it made me be like, you other women better shut the fuck up. Let this woman fucking arrive on a throne if she wants to. She just got her mouth ripped apart.
She got her mouth ripped apart. She has insecurities about her, like, skin. Like, okay, Erin had the world turn against her this week because she sat in bed, brought her butternut what?
I love that you like do not know what this food product is.
Butternut squash?
Yeah. You're like, I've never heard of this before.
Soup. Sat in bed with Jenna and was so nice to her and then laughed at Jenna being like, oh, I don't want to flight coach. And then Jenna told her all about her insecurities about her body and why she needs to get a tan before being on vacation.
But the headline
was doesn't want to fly coach.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I really do feel a sea change with the world's reaction to Erin this week, unfortunately.
Okay, because so here's my POV. And not to sound like a Lichian super fan.
I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I'm just saying I've seen the world react.
Yeah, as the world turns.
Yes.
So, to me, it's like, once again,
Someone's got to do it.
we got a show to make.
We need some bone carriers.
We got a show to make, people.
Yeah.
Action.
I know, but I think there is a difference here because of what Jenna was going through and because of like her genetic disorder and because like you just said, she just got all of her teeth fucking ripped out.
Yeah.
Like I do think like it would be different if she just wanted to do something for vanity's sake, but like this is a real insecurity. There's a nuance here.
Oh well, this is the show about nuance,
Yes.
and why I love it.
That's why it's not just like any other show.
Yeah. But I actually like, and then here's the other thing: it's actually genius of her to do this, Erin, because like the heat is finally off of her after like 7 episodes.
Yeah,
you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Erin's son peeing on the floor.
Been there.
Just okay. The Jenna baby voice thing, not something I noticed before, but then Brynn brings it up. It's like, how do I say anything to this woman? Like, she's talking like a baby. Jenna getting that piece of shit room.
It's like, as long as you have like your own bathroom, that's nice to me.
I know, it just like looked so sad compared to the other rooms.
I know.
I gotta say, Jenna looks so chic in that dress, and it's serving C, so it's kind of hard to feel bad of it for you,
Serving
girl.
C with a T.
Serving C with the T. It's hard to feel bad for you being insecure because you are serving.
No, that's not the... I don't co-sign.
I know. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
It's also just interesting to see her with her glasses off. Serving C.
Yeah. But she serves C with glasses on too.
Of course. I mean, she invented glasses.
Yeah. It was very funny when like, you know, when you see pictures of me on the red carpet, like you always see me all covered up. And when Brynn was like, I'm not looking at pictures of you on the red carpet. Oh my God.
I liked Jenna's new confessional. Simple.
Don't recall.
It was just like a blazer with like a simple white.
Haven't we been wearing blazers all year?
She's been wearing her famous confessionals, the like oversized white button up with the pearls and the tie.
Okay.
Pay attention, please.
Oh yeah. I must have been half down at that point.
Wait, Uba before Jenna arrives.
Uba hot?
What?
Uba hot?
Yeah, but her walking like in the pool area being like, I'd bring a donkey here to stay or something. And they were like, what?
Or I don't know, did she say I would take a donkey?
I would take a donkey. Like, I think she was implying that like, it's so nice. I would even stay here with a donkey.
Okay, I'm glad you like translated that for me. Okay. Is there anything else for New York? I think that's good. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, next is Salt Lake, which I was...
You were like
I was actually like
freaking out.
I was
over.
having like a mental breakdown over it.
You've been like on one this whole week, I think, because of Salt Lake.
I know. I think that's a recipe in the butternut squash. It's an ingredient in my butternut squash soup of mental illness this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Salt Lake, family karma. Family karma. Well, not to go back to it, but today I was trying to catch up at the same time you were trying to catch up, but I was behind, and you were like live texting me things that you were watching, and I was like, I like didn't even open the text because I was like, and then you started messaging a different text that we're on with people about family karma.
Well, I was getting the hint that like you were not meeting me where I was at, so I was like, I gotta tell the people who.
No, I know. I appreciated that you moved on because I was like, give me a break.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Okay. Salt Lake City. Who knew? Not me.
Not me.
But that's actually good and a lesson, and actually like a lesson from family karma. If you have the worst expectations, you'll only be like surprised.
Sure.
Right? Remember when they were talking about that in the hotel living room?
Yeah.
You watching it through the tears?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crying in the club.
Crying in the club. Okay. So we pick up with that Mob Wives intro.
Which
we had already seen earlier in the week.
Yeah, Mob Wives meets the Bible.
Meets the Bible.
Meets that one promo they did for Beverly Hills where everything freezes when they're walking. Yeah.
I'm glad that that Salt Lake City kind of like co-opted that theme.
Yeah, I think we need to get our girls acting a little like in intros and promos
in all the
more.
cities.
Yeah.
Also, we need to like give budget to like promo.
The last time we got big budget promo was Dallas walking through fucking oil fields.
Well, okay. That was on a green screen.
No, but I know. But I mean, like that kind of like. Sorry, that's not big budget, but like that kind of intro where they're like paying attention to some sort of story.
Yeah.
Like when they used to have the New Jersey ones, where like
they always gave New Jersey ones.
Caroline would be like watering a tree, like the family tree or whatever.
And I always cried, and this was even before podcasts, how RHONY never got shit.
Yeah.
RHONY never got one special promo.
I know. They did end up famously getting the in-episode promo of that Anne Hathaway Rebel Wilson movie.
That's like the reverse. That's like they're promoting something else. They don't even get promo. Yeah. So Salt Lake.
Okay.
No one's doing it like them. And okay, and then I think I also landed on how you need to watch Salt Lake. You need to watch it as like a performance piece, a comedy,
a parody,
an avant-garde, surrealistic, reverse Warholian expedition, unafraid to reference or not reference.
Warholian?
Isn't that what Gaga said?
Wouldn't it be Warholian?
Warholian. All I gotta say is you gotta just like look at it like you're in the museum of like modern art. This is modern.
Sure.
You know?
Love MoMA. And
I think that is what they're giving to us. I miss the cadence of everyone's voices.
Yes.
It's like sing-songy almost.
I mean, especially Meredith.
Meredith. No. Ooh, Meredith.
Meredith, don't sleep on Meredith Marks. But if you're half of New York, sleep with.
And if you're other half, put your name on the list.
There's something about Meredith.
Tell me.
She's so mesmerizing.
Okay.
It's like, how does she go through this world?
Okay. I don't understand why we're continuing the facade 4 years in of like, you would have me believe that you would be friends with Mary Cosby.
Yeah, I know.
And like you're pretending like Mary Cosby's normal. Doesn't Meredith pretend like Mary Cosby's normal?
Yeah, but if you think about it, is Meredith Marks normal?
No, but I think she wants to be normal, whereas like Mary Cosby does not want to be normal.
Yeah, I kind of like sometimes chalk it up to, you know how like rich people always hang out with like eccentric other rich people
Oh, okay.
because they like are all rich.
How rich are the Marxes?
I don't know, but I think they're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and so is Mary.
Okay.
I mean, like, none of these people have real money, do they? Blame it on Barlow?
Barlow, I'm not sure, is at the same level of like girls from other cities.
Sure. Can someone investigate that for us and get back to us?
Yeah, I need like a Salt Lake City. Show me the books. Show me the ledgers. I want to see the money,
Yeah.
the in and the out.
It does feel like Heather's being responsible. Like, she's in her, fourth season, gotten a little more money, moved 3 blocks away, and gotten a little bigger house.
I would say a lot of bigger house.
Yeah.
But I think she also probably has parlayed her fame the best out of anyone on the show. Like Lisa Barlow is still making the money that she was making before.
Except for the Wendy's deal.
Well, yeah, but that's not on show, you know? But like Heather now has like a second larger location for Beauty Lab, has the book, has a bigger paycheck, has a rugged paycheck on top of it. Like, I think she feels to me like smart with money, Heather Gay.
Yes.
Not smart with a lot of things.
It's so interesting, Heather Gay, and how she exists in this show.
It's fan behavior.
Because she is a good narrator in the confessionals. Like, she does do good confessional. She moves the story along in a way.
Sure.
But then I'm like, we're doing what was the name of this party? Like, we all forgive each other party or something?
Like fresh start.
Fresh snow or something?
Okay. Monica.
I was shocked.
Okay, I actually want to do this one day for a Come Through Queen bonus Patreon episode. I thought of this earlier in the day and forgot to tell you. And now that I'm reminded of it, I'm telling you on the air. A great bonus episode would be from each city, who came on and was the smoothest transition of a new person who felt like a housewife.
Okay.
You know? So we'll do a bonus episode for every city. But to me, Monica's coming in as if she's always been there.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Angie K's on her second season and is like trembling on camera. Can like barely string a sentence together. No offense to Angie K, but...
And her little costume.
A costume does not make a housewife.
I know. So Monica, and I will give it to the producers, we didn't know about this. We did not know that she was a witness for the FBI.
All we knew, I would say at most, was there's a Jen Shah connection.
Like, we thought she worked for Jen Shah,
Yeah.
etc.
Etc.
And then for us to get that reveal in episode, I have to hand it. Like, sometimes this is what the producers of In Just Like That should have done with the Samantha Jones cameo.
Yeah.
Like, please give us a surprise every once in a while.
Yeah. I know. I complain about like the like 7-minute previews that we get posted online. But I love when they still have like a trick up their sleeve.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Monica. Mary's husband was in Las Vegas for 6 months. And Mary does not know if her son is married.
Yes. He has a girlfriend, and some people have told her he's married. And Meredith goes, why don't you just ask him? And she says she hasn't gotten around to it. And she's like, you live in the same house.
Okay. I got to give a shout out to Real Housewives of Orders Kai for posting the spicy salad clip and pulling up the spicy salad in question from the menu of that restaurant.
And there's not a spicy ingredient.
There is not a spice to be found. So we were trying to like make sense of this as we were like DMing back and forth. Like maybe her taste buds just like don't react the same way that ours all do.
Yeah, maybe. Is it like a cilantro soap thing?
A cilantro soap thing. And then it's like, we had like, didn't we have like the sweat glands removed? That could have like altered the chemistry of our body.
Yes, for sure. The other thing about that meal is that Meredith Marks was having lobster tail in the middle of Utah. Just wanted to point that out.
Okay. So that's bad.
Yeah.
Well, I think you could like freeze a lobster tail.
Yeah, but
You could
it's
freeze
like,
a lobster tail.
But you don't order lobster tail in the middle of Utah. Everyone knows. You order lobster tail when you're on the water.
Well, when she's back home in New York, order lobster tail.
Exactly. Not you making excuse for her Utah lobster tail frozen.
Listen, I don't think it's like the biggest crime.
It's a crime.
So like, here's the thing: most seafood you're having is previously frozen.
I'm not eating a ton of seafood unless I'm in a seafood area.
Oh no, you gotta integrate more seafood into your life.
No. I live near water.
Oh, yeah. You're fishing up your seafood.
But like, I visit Maryland a lot. I'm having seafood there. I'm in P-Town having seafood.
Okay. I wanted to quickly comment. Monica. Jen Adian.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I see it, but it's not like jumping off the screen to me.
I mean, it's not one for one, but there's like, I would say like a feistiness in the confessional.
Sure.
That's Jen Adian to me.
Yes. I had to really think that through. Canadian. I was like, Canadian? Canadian?
It's like Canadian, but make it Jen.
Yeah.
Jen Aiden for those at home who are not getting it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got very little wild rose in this episode, I would say.
Good.
Except for like the clip that we saw later when she's talking about the bathtubs.
Yeah, we got the fight that her and Meredith did.
We have this Fresh Start party. And the Fresh Start party kind of felt like a open call modeling.
Casting call.
It's like if you're interested in being a housewife.
It's literally like the choir auditions from last year.
But then when Heather's hosting and like asking like, okay, everyone, like, what do you want? Like, do you have something you want to like resolve with someone here? And half these people are like, we don't know anyone here.
There's like a random blonde woman named Bree or something.
So that was interesting.
I wonder if any of those women were rumored. They must have been rumored to be part of the cast, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
The snowball fight was stupid, but then I loved like closing out with like the dramatic music.
It was stupid, but I actually like how they all kind of like ended up going after each other.
Except for Mary.
I know, but like Meredith Marks tackled Lisa Barlow at one point.
Yeah.
And like I saw Monica just like really get after Angie K.
Well, Monica's made for the screen.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Lisa Barlow, great Watch What Happens Live performance.
Sure.
Paired with a not great Taylor Armstrong performance.
Mm-hmm. But Taylor looked great.
She was chic.
She was giving Studio 54.
She was giving a little like Kim D.
Maybe.
Did you see the Kim D in her?
I'm sure the Watch What Happens Live makeup artists like do Kim D's face sometimes too.
Before we move on to Taylor Armstrong and Friends, I do just want to acknowledge and hold space for Angie H.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like there was an Angie H shaped hole in this episode.
Especially like given that Angie K of all people was given the other snowflake.
Yeah.
Which I get because she had feisty moments near the end of last season more than Angie H was able to have.
If you remember, there was like a People Magazine Angie H interview of like why I'm stepping away from this.
You don't think I remember?
Yeah, I know.
As her biggest fan.
So if that is true, so be it. But like, I think there was gas in the tank for Angie H.
Yeah, she stepped away because her child has autism. Yeah.
Let's kick it over to Orange County.
Another great episode.
One of the greatest shows on television.
One of the greatest counties in the world.
One of the greatest counties. Oh my God. I saw a tweet that there's like an Orange County in China that has been constructed to look like Orange County, California.
Oh, wow.
I don't.
Is there Javier's
This could be
there?
fake. This could be fake, but like it looked real to me. Is this fake news?
I don't know. What was
did this?
who tweeted that? Was it like Yolanda Fister?
Yolanda, did you get me? Am I like a dodo bird? Like he's getting me now. Like he got the girls with the rotisserie chickens from the taxi cab.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
There is an Orange County in Florida, I believe, but I don't think it's constructed to look like the one in California.
Yeah. Okay. Shannon and Dr. Moon.
I will give it to Shannon. This is an interesting business, but at least she's going into business with Dr. Moon.
Here's the thing. We've been going to Dr. Moon for over 10 years, and we haven't found the cure. So at this point, it's like, maybe he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the cure.
What the cure for what though?
Whatever she thinks she has.
But like,
or is it like Sisyphus, now mentioned for the second time on this podcast? Like, does she have the boulder and Dr. Moon is like helping her
push it up,
push that boulder up?
Yeah.
Otherwise, without Dr. Moon, the boulder would be rolling over Shannon.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like, he's providing a lot of things for her that I think like
therapists
and psychiatrists provide for people.
An ear.
But also like it's touching.
The feeling of touch.
Yeah. I will say getting the flashback to her getting that like colonic thing stuck up her butt and then her explaining, I didn't remember that she was explaining how it was stuck up her butt in front of the twins back then.
Speaking of the twins, something doesn't sit right with me of the fun twins living across the country from each other.
Sometimes you just gotta let them go.
Like in an ideal world, we're not going to the same school, but we're like maybe in the same state, you know?
That's interesting. I would love to hear from like
Twins. Yeah. Sound off in the comments below if you're twins.
Because growing up, I had a good friend named Dan.
Yeah, no, we talked about last week.
And he was a twin. Yeah. And they went to school far away.
Okay.
I think his brother went somewhere in Georgia and he went to USC.
But maybe and I recall last week when you said he's a fraternal, and I believe the Bador girls are fraternal as well. So maybe there's like a difference there.
Yeah.
When you're not mirror images.
But I also think like when you're twins, can't you like feel each other from far away?
Maybe that's only granted to the identicals.
Who knows?
Sound off if you're a twin.
Why when they were making us all up, why'd they be like, two of you are gonna be exactly the same?
When they were making us?
Yeah.
Oh. Like God?
Yeah.
Okay. You just want to have a little fun. Yeah. He's like, that's actually spooky. Like, imagine back in the day, you see two people who look exactly alike. And I'm talking back in like the Stone Ages.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
I bet you a lot of twins got burned at the stake in Salem.
Like, you witches.
Yeah.
We got a witch over here.
But also imagine the mom of twins probably got burned because it's like they weren't used to seeing two come out.
But they see like multiple come out of animals.
But that's different.
Right? Like a puppy, like all the puppies going out.
It's
like
not a fucking pound puppy or
like
whatever.
101 Dalmatians. They had 101 of them.
That's crazy that they had 101 of them.
How the fuck did Perdita carry 99 puppies?
I don't know. Fucking Pongos.
Bongo's
sperm.
Bongo. Bongo and Perdita. Disney really snapped with those names.
Oh, they really did. And they also really snapped with the first sequence of that movie where the dogs looked like their owners.
Oh, yeah. You know what's really crazy? Like, you hear dog names, but you never hear Pongo and Perdita. Like, if I had a female dog, that bee would be named Perdita.
Let's get you one.
No. Okay, back to Orange. Jen and Jen's mother. Speaking of women born to be housewives, Genevieve, whatever her last name is.
She looked to me like one of those sister wives.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the girls are talking about the sister wives.
Everyone's talking about the sister wives. I think they're on the cover of People magazine.
Where they belong.
Because they're like escaping.
So here's the thing about, just a quick side note about Sister Wives. I'm not watching. I know next to nothing. But like what's airing now occurred like December of last year. So it's kind of like we know everything that's airing.
Yeah, because like one's engaged. I check in on their Instagram sometimes, even though I don't watch.
Yeah. Important to check in. The mother is being brought in to be introduced to Ryan after a few years. But you got to remember, like, these years were COVID years. So I feel like the rules don't count as much.
Yeah, it's also just so interesting. I wonder what the conversations are with these, like, parents who are coming to join.
Housewives?
Their daughter got hired on Housewives.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come in for a couple of scenes. And one of those scenes is going to meet my daughter's boyfriend, who I kind of don't like because I prefer the husband.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my. We could not stop talking about what a good man that husband is.
Exactly. But she was also like, and he always said he liked me more than you.
It's like, what do you want to marry him? You have him. And then Ryan, could we not wear normal clothes for this? Just be normal for one day.
This is normal OC.
It's like fucking newsprint on his like fabrics. What are you doing there?
It's Fashion Week, baby.
It is fashion. BravoCon smack in the middle of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Which like got me thinking about BravoCon, just a quick tangent. Like, isn't it crazy that this RHOA cast is all like signed on to appear at BravoCon? Like, potentially, like, would production for the new version already be happening by BravoCon?
I don't know. And
then I actually want everyone from Summer House removed from the BravoCon list because I'm actually.
You want to see it play out?
I want to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's my announcement. I just got confirmed to go to BravoCon this year. First time in Vegas.
A round of applause for Brendan. First time in Vegas. Send him your tips.
Third time in BravoCon.
0th time for me, but like someone's got to hold down the fort.
Exactly.
So you're the field reporter going to war.
Yeah, of course.
And you'll give us the reports, and that's how it is.
I'm Carol Radzul. You're Barbara Walters.
And this is 2020. Okay. Anything else to really... Oh, the Dubrows and the house. Mm-hmm. Before we get to the Quibi show.
The Quibi show.
They're so horny over selling this house.
It's like, I would not be surprised if they had... Or they didn't have like a big bin of money in their basement, like Scrooge McDuck, that they just go like have sex in.
So, like when you're watching it, we were watching this as a family, and it's like, oh, like you're moving in 3 weeks. Like, isn't that stressful? You don't even know where you're going. But when you have $55 million, it like doesn't even, you could just go on a vacation.
Exactly.
It doesn't even matter. You don't have to worry about anything.
She's not putting things in boxes.
Which like is so funny to even be doing this show. Mm-hmm. It just like speaks to the need for fame.
I mean, Lady Gaga warned us.
Fame is a monster.
The fame monster.
Yeah. So, oh my! I forgot that we're actually in Mexico this episode as well.
I know.
I thought I'm like closing it with the HD Quibi party, but let's go to HD. Emily was a slob kebab.
Yeah. I mean, she had like 6 glasses of champagne without eating.
Oh my God. When she was like trying to give the man the 6 glasses, like, just leave it on the table and I will take it.
She was a slob kebab, but some of her points were funny.
Which points?
I just thought like the thing about the sand, that she tasted sand in the meal was funny.
Yeah.
I think like she is coming across, even with being a slob kebab in this episode, this season.
Oh.
She is, I think the winners are her and Heather.
And Gina too?
No. Oh. No one believes that.
Emily is mother. Emily is matriarch.
Mm-hmm.
And
Heather's mean aunt. But I always loved the
Heather's mean aunt. I do gotta say, I said it earlier this season, later in Mexico. I'm not done with HD, but later in Mexico, back with the beachy wave. And like, never, like, Heather, beachy wave. Stop with like the bone straight hair.
Sure, yeah.
It's too severe. We need something a little lighter, brighter, fun.
I support women however they want to look and however they want to do their hair.
Even as a whale trainer. The whale trainer had me laughing and laughing and laughing. Why is she wearing the whale trainer outfit?
Back to HG.
Back to HG. This is not anything. I hate to break it to everyone. Fireside is not something.
It costs $17 to join this.
To download the app?
I think so, yeah. I had my sources doing investigations today.
Are there tens of users? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
I would venture to say more people listen to this rinky-dink episode of Come Through Queen than use Fireside.
And it doesn't sound appealing because you have to watch it live and then they can hear you clap, which sounds made up.
I know. Darren was like, can you please explain this technology?
And she was like, she talked about it like it was Peloton because you watch the stuff live.
A failing business, by the way.
Watch it back. Oh, it is?
Well, Peloton's like on its last legs.
Oh.
Well, because the girls were buying it during Cornova, and it's like, you don't need 10 Pelotons. It's not like an iPhone where you're buying a new one like every few years. You got the Peloton.
Right. I don't know anything about this, but
yeah,
I think it wasn't about the bike. It was about the like experience of like you can watch the classes back.
Yeah.
And then okay, but like what are they doing on this programming?
I mean, people were asking like, is this scripted? Is this da da? And then Tamara's like, this is Instagram Live.
Yeah. This party made me like Heather's tagline less.
Oh, what's the tagline?
It was something about like living life in HD, which I liked when it was announced.
Okay, but not when it's like a Fireside
promo
branding opportunity.
Yeah. Though I didn't have a problem with all the branding at the branding party.
Okay.
Like Emily did.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we go to Mexico now?
Sure.
Okay. I gotta say, like, I kind of loved how quickly we just like got down there. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of funny with like the Jenna thing. Like, we got Heather Dubrow just flying with the girls.
I know. That's what I like about Heather this season. And like, I'm always expecting her to run away. And even after like the big fight that happens at this Mexico dinner, it was refreshing to see her laughing with the girls in the previews for next week.
You gotta give it to Heather Dubrow.
Yeah.
You really do.
Mm-hmm.
She's strong.
HG strong.
She's HD strong. Forget about being strong. Like, the girls at dinner were like tag teaming her. And we got Tamrat laughing in the corner.
Tamrat.
At
least like Tamrat isn't like yelling yet, because when Tamrat yells,
which does get scary.
It gets scary and annoying.
Yeah.
It's the girls are all upset that Heather didn't tell them that she sold her house.
Which, like, the Shannon thing was so embarrassing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, Shannon, like, on the verge of tears that Heather Dubrow did not share that they sold the house. Like, you will know eventually. It's not like a thing where, like, I'm not sharing and you'll never know. Like, everyone will know.
I would have said MYOB. But also, Heather's explanation, if you actually heard it, if you could hear it overall, the yelling, it was, we had an NDA, and then I didn't know that the story was going to come out today. I was planning on telling everyone as a celebratory moment on this trip. Whether or not you think she's a liar or not, I thought that was a pretty solid explanation.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she keeps the girls in check.
She keeps the girls in check. And then they're after her over these like Disneyland PDA photos.
And they're after her for saying Shannon was talking shit about Emily and Gina when we learned that it's actually Tamra.
Yeah.
And Tamrat is just sitting there laughing, not clarifying.
Which, like, Tamrat, like, her job is talking shit. Like, she talks shit on OC and then on 2Ts.
Yeah. And I'm going to need someone, a producer namely, to, like, tap Taylor on the shoulder and tell her to wake up a little bit. Mm-hmm. She definitely, like, I actually don't even always know which events she's at and which she's not at. You know what I'm saying?
She needs to like bring her earlier in the season energy.
Yeah.
Like when she was like trying to get in on the like fight at Emily's mother-in-law's house and she like popped her head in. And even like at Nobu, she was trying to get in there.
And this reunion's going to be the dirtiest reunion. No, but she actually flopped on Watch What Happens Live too. Like for someone who's been around the block for this many years, to not know how Watch What Happens Live works, like, where are you?
I mean, I don't know where she is.
I don't know where she is. Yeah. Vicky next week.
Vicky next week.
Reunion.
Reunion seating.
Reunion seating.
So the reunion seating was pretty predictable.
But unpredictable, where's Victoria?
Yeah. So the reunion seating from left to right.
Yes.
We've got Taylor, friend of.
When she joins.
Yes. We've got Emily.
Yes.
We've got Shannon. We've got Tamra.
Yeah, you're right.
We've got Andy. We've got Heather.
Yeah.
We've got Gina for some reason.
Legend.
And then we've got Jen.
Yeah.
So no Vicky on the seating chart that they sent, but I feel like they need to do something with Vicky, and I feel like they might, at least to drive by.
Please.
And then
On my friggin' knees.
And then, in my opinion, Jen and Gina should have switched spots.
Okay.
Because Jen, I felt like had a much more compelling story this season.
I think it's we're giving Heather her ally.
Sure, but it's like Jen has spent the entire season being fucking attacked by Tamra
and being mother.
And then I would have argued that Shannon should be first chair. But maybe they didn't want another Shannon versus Heather first chair again like they did last season.
Yeah, we're mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Shannon's with Glam by Pam. Who, do you know who that is?
No.
She is the woman who has been Kyle Richards' makeup person since season 1, episode 1 of Beverly Hills. She kind of used to look like Alexis Bellino. I'm sure I pointed you out to her, or her out to you like a million times.
Okay. That just inspired me. We have a freak of the week and the one true queen.
Are we changing the freak?
We're changing the freak.
Okay.
Alexis Bellino, I want to say in the past week since we recorded this episode.
It definitely is.
Posted like an inspirational quote on the heels of like the breakup of her engagement of the past like 3 years. She was engaged. And are you pulling it up?
Yeah.
Can you read the quote for me, please?
Yes. I truly believe that every single person has to go through something that absolutely destroys them so they can figure out who they really are. Which, like, on its face value...
Inspirational.
Yeah.
I'm inspired.
But
there's a face. Behind every quote, there's a face. And I don't think this quote is being attributed to this person. However, like, I do see, like, oh my God, on Facebook especially, like, I'll see quotes left and right with Morgan Freeman's face next to them.
Being like, surprise, bitch.
No, it's not even like it's being attributed to him, but it's like he's adding gravitas to it or something.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand, like, why are we pairing?
Because it's like fake news world.
Yeah, it's fake news. So we're pairing Alexis Bellino's quote with the face of cannibalism, Armie Hammer.
And it was up. I caught a screenshot of it, but it was up for like at least 30, 40 minutes, which is wild. And then she went back and she found a version of the same exact quote.
Wait, Morgan Freeman?
But it was posted in front of like fog with a butterfly in it.
Spread your wings and prepare to fly.
Oh, and I will say, Heather Dubrow commented on this, said, I love you, Alexis.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
It's just so funny because all the comments were like, you know what he did, right? You know what he did.
I just like love when the right freak meets the right moment. We were actually like struggling this week for a freak of the week.
Yeah, and it just came
at
the last moment.
It just came at the last moment. Okay. A One True Queen. This is kind of like bookending last week's One True Queen. Last week we were like, oh my God, Whitney Wild Rose. She put the wild in Wild Rose with this takedown of Meredith Marks and all her homes this week. Meredith Marks with a comedic performance of a lifetime doing a Whitney Wild Rose voice. Here's a clip.
As the Wild Rose Beauty founder prefers cooking dinner and having wine to unwind with her man. And then she says, it creeps me out to get in a bubble bath with someone else. Like, to me, a bath is for me. Citing an article she once read about how much DNA is in a bathtub. How much DNA do you think is in her hot tub? My bathtub is cleaned by my housekeeper every day. Does she drain and clean that hot tub that she invites like 85 people into regularly?
I didn't know she had this in her.
Either did I. I mean, like, get her on like Comedy Central.
Host SNL. So like it's funny because like Andy, so like Lisa mentioned something on when she was on Watch What Happens Live. Like I could do an impression, and then Andy like had her do it, and it was like not that funny. The Meredith Marks Whitney Wild Rose impression is so funny.
It is great.
It's so funny. Queen, queen, queen.
I think it's because it's fun. She has like a queer sensibility, Meredith Marks.
Stop it. She's really queering the space.
She was just on Fire Island DJing.
Before or after Lou?
I think before Lou. She invented DJing on Fire Island.
Oh my God. When Lou went in there like a wrecking ball. That's Queen Jr.
All the dolls were on Fire Island. Jill Zarin was in that porn game.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was thinking like, but summer always slips away like a bottle of wine. I was thinking like you and I, on the heels of listening to Fire Island, Finding Fire Island, we should just like do the day.
Let's go.
But it's too late.
No, it's still September.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Oh, don't leave.
Okay. And with that, this has been Come Through Queen. I think we promoted it like 25 times, but I really do think this is a special moment in Come Through Queen history. Family Karma Season 3.
Yes.
Bonus episode.
Yes.
You better friggin' run and do not walk to it right now. Link to it at comethroughqueen.com as usual. And just like, comment, subscribe, pressure, retweet.
Love us, please retweet.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
I wanna see ya come through, Queen.